Python will allow for multiple values to be returned from a function and also a method. In this video, I'm going to show a simple example of how you can return multiple values from a Python function. Consider this computer program. You can see we have the definition of a function. Here we have two program statements that allow for the input of data. Here we have the process of the program we're looking at, and here we have the output from the program we're considering. We will start off by discussing this program statement here, and you can see it is saying entry_1 is assigned, and here you can see we have an input statement, and this string will be displayed as a prompt to the user of the program to allow them to enter an integer. And here you can see we're going to be converting what they enter to an integer, because remember, when you type anything at a keyboard, it will be text, it will be a string. So if we look to the runtime, what we're going to see is this, and you can see here it says please enter an integer, and of course that's because of this string here being placed in this position. So I now, as the user of the program, will enter the number 12, as you can see. Now that 12 is then assigned to here, so entry_1 now has the value of 12. This line will now execute, and it'll put this user-friendly string out to the console, and you'll see it appear here. As the user, I will now enter an appropriate number, and you can see that I'm entering 3. Now that 3 will be converted to an integer by this and will be assigned to entry_2. So the first two lines have executed, and entry_1 will be storing 12, or it is the name bound to the integer instance that has the value of 12, and of course entry_2 is the name bound to the integer object 3. This is the next program statement to execute, and here you can see we have the call to the function that has this name, which we can clearly see the name here. So what's going to be called is this function. If you look at the brackets here, you can see there are two formal parameters, first_number and second_number. Now they are there waiting to receive values, and the values they're going to receive are the ones that are stored in entry_1 and entry_2. Now we know that this one is the name bound to the integer object 12. Consequently, 12 is assigned to here. The entry_2 we know has the value of 3, so that 3 is assigned to second_number. So we now have the situation where first_number has the value of 12 and second_number has the value of 3. This is the next line to execute, which is the first line within the function, and we can see here that we are performing a subtraction where we're taking the second number value away from the first number. Consequently, 12 minus 3 is 9, and that 9 is being assigned to this variable, and this variable is the _difference, is the name that's now bound to the integer object 9. Or you can simply say that the variable the _difference stores the number 9. We then execute this line, and of course if we look here we can see we're doing a multiplication, so we're multiplying the 12 by the 3 to give 36, and we're assigning that 36 to this, the underscore product. We then come and execute this line, and of course now you can see we're doing a division, so we're dividing the 12 that's stored in this variable by the 3 that's stored in this variable. Consequently, this will give 4, and because of the nature of this, it'll be 4.0, and that 4.0 is assigned to this variable, which is called the underscore division. This is the next line to execute, and you can see it's making use of this, which belongs to Python, the return. And what's going to be returned is the difference, the product, and the division. Now the difference we know was worked out on this line, the product we know was worked out on this line, and the division was worked out on this line. So this is going to be 9, this is going to be 36, and this is going to be 4.0. Let's now consider this line again, and on this side you can see we've got the call to the function, which I've just described, and here you can see we're assigning. Now what we're going to be assigning is what's returned from the function, and what we can see has been returned are these three values, and they are going to be assigned to these, and the way in which they're assigned is by order. So what was stored in here, which we know was 9, is going to be given to this. What was in here, which we know was 36, is going to be given to this, and what we know was in here was 4.0, and that's going to be given to this. So in other words, this comes immediately after the return, so that's given to this because this is the first one. This is the second one after the return, so it's given to this, which is the second one along, and this one here, well, that's the third one from the return, and that's given to this one here, which is the third one along. Consequently, this has got the value of 9, this has got the value of 36, and this has got the value of 4.0. So if we look to the runtime, we can see the output. There's the difference is 9, and that's the responsibility of this line. This one, the product, is 36, which is the responsibility of this line, and this here was clearly output by this line. This is done the main processing here, this function, and what we can see is we've got two arguments here, so we have two formal parameters waiting to receive the values from those arguments, and here on this line you can see we're returning three values. Consequently, here we have three variables to receive what's being returned, showing us that Python will indeed allow us to return more than one thing, which many other languages do not allow you to do. Now, I've shown and described this, but if you want to look into the background of how this actually works within Python, you need to do some background reading on tuples, but you can simply take it as read here. These three are passed to these three based on the order that you see them appearing. Please bear in mind, throughout the description I've used in this video, I've said things like, from here we pass a value to here. And of course we could have said we passed a value of 9 from here to here, because that's what the difference is when we take 3 from 12. But in fact, these are just figures of speech. If we look at what is actually passed from here to here, we'll have to start talking about the references to objects. What actually is passed from here to here are object references, but I've covered this in another video on parameter passing in Python. But I think if you look at this just from the design perspective, i.e. what's happening when you talk about it in plain English rather than getting too tied up in the technicalities of Python, it's reasonable to say that whatever is here is passed to here. So this we know is 9, so 9 will come from here to here. And of course the product here we know to be 36, so we can say 36 comes from here to here. But in fact what will actually be passed around are object references. So please bear that in mind when you consider the explanation given for this computer program. Check out the supporting website for these videos. In addition, why not follow me on Twitter, as I issue a tweet every time I upload a new video.